Today we're making these delicious, rich chocolate mint brownies. The mint flavor is only in the green frosting, so don't worry, it doesn't overpower the rest of the brownie. To get started, we're going to need 1 cup of softened butter, which would be about 2 sticks, 2 cups of sugar, give that a quick mix. Add in half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. The recipe says to add in 4 eggs one at a time, mixing between each egg. Who has time for that? Not this girl. I'd normally dump them all in, but we're gonna follow the directions. I'm doing this for you guys. To the same bowl, we're gonna add in 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour. Use 1/4 cup less if you live in a low altitude area. 2/3 cup of cocoa powder, half a teaspoon of salt, and half a teaspoon of baking powder. Carefully mix everything together. To a 9x13 baking dish, we're going to spray it with some non-stick cooking spray. I'm really only using it to glue down my parchment paper. Grab your brownie batter and evenly spread it out. Into the oven at 350 degrees for 30 to 35 minutes. The recipe says to let your brownies cool for 2 hours before adding on the frosting. Once it was cool enough, I tossed mine in the fridge for 30 minutes. If you're gonna do that, make sure you place some oven mitts underneath your dish. You don't want the heat from your dish to shock the glass shelves in your fridge. That could be bad. For the frosting, we're gonna need 1 stick of butter, softened, 2.5 cups of powdered sugar, 2.5 tablespoons of half and half, 3 drops of food coloring. I'm using gel food coloring, and 1 teaspoon of peppermint extract. Be sure to shake your extract bottle before measuring. Mix, mix, mix. Evenly spread out your frosting onto your completely cooled brownies. Make sure they are cooled because you don't want hot brownies melting your frosting. That will make you cry. To make the chocolate topping, we're going to melt 1 stick of butter and 1.5 cups of chocolate chips. I'm using the rest of these mini semi-sweet chocolate chips. Regular works fine too. I'm sure milk chocolate chips work as well. Add your chocolate to the top of your frosting and carefully spread it out. I tried to be super careful not to touch the green frosting underneath. I did not want to mix the 2 colors. No matter how careful I was, I still ended up touching the green frosting underneath. I found the easiest way to spread out my chocolate was to tilt everything and just let gravity do the job for me. Let your chocolate set for an hour or 30 minutes in the fridge before cutting into. I probably should have waited a bit longer or used a thinner knife to cut my slices. If I'd been a little more patient and waited for the chocolate to completely set, I probably wouldn't have had all those cracks in my chocolate. But I was in a rush. These brownies were on their way out the door with my hubby for a boys' night out, and I did not want to hold up the show. So, how did they taste? Pretty unbelievably dreamy. Not gonna lie, I was super worried the peppermint was gonna do a hostile takeover of the entire dessert. Thankfully, that didn't happen. It played nice with the rest of the brownie and was very creamy dreamy. Not overwhelming at all. I will insert an ingredients list right here for those of you that want to make this. I did find this recipe on Pinterest and I will put a link to it down in the description box below. Thanks for watching, and if you like this video, I hope you give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out, and I'll see you all in the next video.